Welcome back, guys. It is footy tip time for the week. Last week for Gather Round, I got 6 correct. A little bit of an upset for a couple of games, but that's all right. We roll on. 6 is still a somewhat consistent number. But on we move to round 6 this week. First game Thursday night, the Lions up against the Pies, first versus fourth. Very, very good game. Up at the Gabba, though, the Brisbane Lions should be way too strong. Like I said last week, they are a super talented side with a good amount of depth. And even though the Pies coming off a pretty nice win themselves, I think the Lions will get the job done. North Melbourne against the Blues. This is a huge game for Richmond supporters, mainly for the draft pick that North Melbourne have. Look, Carlton got their first win on the board against West Coast. Will they roll on with some momentum? No Harry Mackay, who'll be in concussion protocol. It's a genuine flip of the coin, this. I'm going to go Carlton just because I want a better draft pick from the Kangaroos. West Coast against the Bombers, another real doozy of a game. Jesus Christ. I'm going to go Essendon. I think Essendon are probably, they are in better form. In Perth, maybe puts a bit of it into West Coast favour, but they're not playing very well. I think Tim Kelly might be back for him, but we'll go Essendon for that one. The Demons against the Dockers. The Demons in 17th, can you believe? I think Freo will get the job done. Even though it's at the MCG, these are these types of games that Freo, if they want to be taken seriously, they must get the job done away from home to prove themselves worthy of playing finals. So we'll go for Freo. Adelaide against the Giants, 7th versus 3rd. This will be a really, really good game. Both teams play really exciting football, it's got to be said. The 3 tall forts for the Crows is looking very dangerous. I might go the Giants. I'm going to go the Giants as a bit of an outsider. I just think that when they get their mojo going, I think they might have a bit too much firepower for the Adelaide defenders. But if the Adelaide forwards get off the chain, they could kick a decent score. So that's a genuine 50-50 for me. But I'm going to go the Giants. Tigers up against the Suns at Marvel Stadium. Both teams tend not to do very well there. But the Suns are flying at the moment, and we are still very much in the infant stage of our footballing cycle. So the Suns should take care of us pretty easily, unfortunately. Sydney Swans against Port Adelaide, 10th versus 11th. At the SCG, I'm going to back the Swannies in for this one. Port might get on a bit of a mini roll, but I think Sydney will want to redeem themselves after their loss last week against Collingwood, so we'll go for the Swannies. Bulldogs up against the Saints, 12th versus 9th. This is a really tough game too. It's a really hard round, actually. A lot of close games, except for maybe our one. I'm going to go the Bulldogs. I just really like how deep the Bulldogs midfield bats. And Sam Darcy, I know I said it last week, but Jesus, he's a good player. You're just seeing the next superstar evolve right before our very eyes. He is an unbelievably good and talented footballer. Worth the price of admission to watch, I reckon, Sam Darcy. So we'll go the Bulldogs. And then finally, the Cats are up against the Hawks, 6th versus 5th. What a round. The age-old grudge. That's probably faded away in recent memory, I suppose. But it could be reignited with both of them going reasonably well at the moment in terms of their overall season. Hawks will be dirty on that loss they had. Maybe it's the one they needed, even though it's early in the season. I'll go the Hawks for this one. But that, and again, I know it sounds cliche, but that is another 50-50 flip of the coin for that game. That's a cracking round, folks. Very much looking forward to this week of football. Anyway, that's my tips for round 6. Let us know who you're picking in the comments below. We'll reconvene next week and hopefully we can get more than 6. But this is an absolute doozy of a round, so good luck.